Will we get fired? Is the question that we left off on this compared to basketball. Despite the fact that we are in first goddamn place with, I do believe, 7 games to go. Like, we've pretty much already sealed the fact that we're going up to League One next year. We've already sealed that fact. But who knows? We might actually get fired. We might. It'll be a fun time. It'll be a fun time. And look, just because I've spent $146 million this season, that doesn't mean shit. It doesn't. It's training day, baby. It's a training day. Let's seal the promotion to the next league up and get fired at the same time and see this idea completely blow up in my face, right? That is what we are bound to see. Papa John's trophy is actually just his face from this picture. I mean, yeah. Yeah. I'm good with that. I'm good with that, you know? I am good with that. Who wouldn't want to win that trophy, you know? Grease and all. That man's fresh out the kitchen. Fuck that guy. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. He's a pretty big piece of shit. Let's see. If we scouted out Germany, Belgium, do we already have someone in the Netherlands? We do. Which means we are going to move on to Southern Europe. Let's start off in Turkey. Turkey. I know Nunez is a fit. You've shown real potential. Oh, God. Both of my strikers want to play. That's always a problem. To avoid pissing them off, I'm going to start Diaz on the bench. Sorry, Diaz, but it's got to be done. It's got to be done, at least for one game. Let's hope starting Darwin at striker is not a bad idea. Nottingham Forest in the league. Side looks stronger than Forest. Is this a definite victory? You can never be sure. How dare you try to get me to shit on people? What are you expecting from the game? We'll just focus on winning, because we will. And have you missed out on the title? I'm in first place. I'm in first place. What are you talking about? I wanted to see throughout the season if the press conferences got better. They haven't gotten better. We'll be simming this game against Forest. It should be a win. And it is. Mo Salah and Diego Jota. Beautiful. Now you're in fourth, apparently. Yeah, who knew? Who knew? They showed up at the Man City press conference. Nunez, of course it was the right decision. Now quit your bitching. To be honest, I'm going to have to try to loan you out next year. That's just a hell of a name. Shout out to Jet Fret the Roof. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Unless you've already been here, in which case, what took you so long to hit the button? Come on. Come on. We're still under 2K. Thank you. Sometimes the info doesn't like to change. Thank you for letting me know. Training day. Like I said, I think we finally escaped having to do these drills. Finally. Aston Villa and Brighton in the league. Let's see, we got nothing else to find in France. In terms of looking for these young strikers, let's go to Italy. The Italia. Especially because, again, we sold Roberto Firmino. He'll be leaving at the end of the year. Villa's been really good this year. Coutinho's been amazing. I am not convinced this is going to be a win. I am now convinced that we can beat them. Oh my God. Goals for Virgil van Dijk, Mo Salah twice, and Ibrahim Konate. Kyle, nope. No, we did not. We very much did not. What have we got in the old inbox? Player suspended, Luis Diaz. Finland's offered me to manage their team. And Malo Gusto. You're right, you're not one of the big stars at the club, but I am proud of you anyway, Malo. Unless your name's Malo, I don't know. Who's to say? Have we sealed the... we're on 101 points. We're going up. We're going back up. Don't worry about it. The ownership is still fucking pissed. And there's just nothing I can do about it. I didn't target their specific goals, and I'm paying for it in a big time way. But it is what it is. We'll deal with the consequences, which hopefully won't be me getting fired. Brighton in the league. This should be, despite the fact that they brought in Gerard Deulofeu, this should be a pretty decent loss. Had to reverse psychology that bad boy. Mo Salah, 2 more goals and a 2-0 win over Brighton. You love to see it. You love to see it. Still, ownership is furious. Absolutely furious. We found nothing in the Netherlands. Let's go off to Spain. If I get fired, it's like we'll be in Spain. Just without the... It's fantastic giving me this opportunity. Proud of you, Ox, even though I'm trying to sell you. Training day, then we got Chelsea in the league, but we don't even have to sweat it at this point. We're going up. We are on our way back towards the Premier League. We have already covered Austria. Let's have you go to Portugal. Play the second team for the rest of the year. Fuck that. I'm afraid we lose a game. I'm going to get sacked. Plus, now's not the time to potentially unsettle any of our important players, all of whom are in absolutely fantastic form. +5s with the exception of 1 +4 from Trent. So absolutely not. This team is cooking. Absolutely cooking. Chelsea's going to be tough, though. I won't be surprised if we lose this game. 2 goals for Jota. Former Liverpool player Raheem Sterling gets the lone goal for Chelsea. But we are rocking and a-rolling. It's a beautiful thing. We have 3 games left. We have already sealed the league well in advance of the end of the season. Let's send our Turkish friend out to Sweden. Sweden? Don't know if there'll be anybody half decent in the Swedish league, but we'll try. Excellent training day. Thank you. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what the standings look like, obviously, not just in our league, but around the world. Something's going on in the Europa League. It's AK and Feyenoord. Good to know. I'm like, ooh, this is important, and then it wasn't important at all. Not at all. I can't wait to see who wins the Champions League, too, because, again, all the English clubs and everything, all the big clubs get shuffled out. Switzerland, already covered. Now you get to go to Norway. Have fun. Southampton. Looks like, I mean, right now, West Ham and Spurs are holding on for dear life for the 2 automatic promotion spots. 4 and lower get to battle it out. We take on Southampton. Diaz and Jota. We barely won that game, though, given that they picked up a red card in the 15th minute, so they were down a player for the vast majority of that game. We still made it work. Not bad. Not bad. Board assessment. Shut up about the club's financials. Shit. Win the title. I will sign. Have at least one player sign for the academy. Wait. Have at least one player in the first season play at least 30% of the games next season. I'll try. Replace 3 players from the team. Of course, we didn't win the FA Cup. Is there anybody else aside from Oxlade-Chamberlain on this year's roster that I can set to be sold who I'm not upset about them leaving? Gotta be honest, I mean, Matip, Phillips, like, I don't necessarily want to get rid of these two, but Matip is being replaced full-time by Joe Gomez. Calvin Ramsey, I'm going to try to loan out because now we have Gusto. Le Penant, I want to block offers. I've already blocked offers for Fabinho. Rybinger could be loaned out for next season. Milner's already leaving. We got Ox transfer listed. Is there anybody else that I could really move on from? I don't think so. I don't think there is. So I'm trying like hell to actually accomplish their tasks. It's not looking too good, though. Ooh, I fucked up. I had a feeling I forgot to do something, and I did. For the past month, or at the start of the last month when we started tonight, you saw me look through stuff to be like, I feel like I'm forgetting something. And I was. I totally forgot to set up our youth staff and where they were scouting. Totally forgot to do that. So we did miss out on a month of scouting. Not necessarily ideal. At the same time, shout out to the Seattle Mariners for making the playoffs for the first time in 20 fucking years. At the same time, I don't really think we've missed out on anything too crazy. But we will still scout for the last 3 months or so of the season. So the key word will be blew it, because I blew it. And if you want a chance to select where we're scouting next, just type blew it in chat. I should have put you blew it, so it looked like you all were saying you blew it to me, and you would have been right. And yeah, we'll see where the hell we're going to scout out next year. Again, a reminder, a lot of countries, not every country in the world is in, but there are a lot of countries that you can scout from. We'll be leaving South Africa, Germany, and Finland off the list for this round, though. So again, keep that in mind. No South Africa, no Germany, no Finland. First person is Broken Wheelchair. Wheels. Wheels, wheels, wheels. Where are we going? Where are we going? Korea. All right. We are off to the Republic of Korea for the next 3 months. The next name, JD. Where are we going? JD, Argentina. Find ourselves the next Messi, please. And the final will be from Frank Grimes, who immediately types it. Thanks, Frank. I fucking love you. You were ready immediately. We're going to Japan. There you go. Hoping North Korea was on the list. No. There are players in the game from North Korea, but no. There we go. Japan, Argentina, and the Republic of Korea will be our last scouting locations for this season. Really quickly to look at the monthly report, I am going to turn Baker into a striker. That moved him from a 50 up to a 62. Heath jumps to a 70. Holy shit. So Jomo Kumalo, be releasing you because you're not good enough. We'll be releasing Labahang Malangu. We'll be releasing Gotcha. Gotcha. Got him. Ben Schmidt, you're out of here. So right now, again, automatic signing is Patrick Heath. We're allowed one more after him, though. And it's looking like it's going to be Peter Baker or Katiza Shabalalala. I don't know if anybody can compete with that. You know? The only question is looking at the players we have right now and potentially moving them to a position that's better suited for them. And if we look at Leon Kuhn here, high work rates, Good aggression. He's not the best defensively. But he's got good aggression. He can sprint. And he can't do fuck all else. So honestly, left back, right back probably is the best for him. He's not the biggest either at 5'10". Like, we can at least teach him defense, but if he's not going to be good on the ball, then yeah, he's, let's switch him over full-time to a left back. And we'll leave that there. Samuel Kinnunen out of Finland. Medium-low work rate, not ideal. Physical, mentals, I mean, the attack position's terrible. Hussar, I've heard. Honestly, yeah, CDM's kind of fitting. He sucks offensively. He's definitely a defensive player. He doesn't necessarily have the pace. At 6'2", we wouldn't want him to be on the outside. So he is definitely more of a CDM or an outright center back. Man, no, if you're a center back, that work rate's pretty rough. Yeah, he sucks at everything offensively. So honestly, let's look at getting center back onto his list of options. Jomo Malangu. Medium work rates. Has decent enough pace. And just sucks at everything else. He is a 39 overall. There's no way we're keeping this dude. That is an abysmal rating. Absolutely abysmal. But in terms of that pace, you know, he can't defend worth a damn. He also can't pass worth a damn. So honestly, I'd be looking at him as like a faster striker as opposed to a winger or a fullback. So I think we'll at least take a look. 4 weeks to see how much that rating jumps up with him at striker. Anton Gross. Medium high for work rates. That's not bad. Has good pace. Has good dribbling. Has decent passing. Can't really defend. Can't really shoot. Isn't really physical. I mean, putting him on the wing is the best option. It's just a matter of if he's a right wing or a right back. Given the work rate, I would say he's more of a right back. Let's see. Switch him over. 85 weeks to become a right back. Well, buddy, I don't think you're going to see the end of that, but we'll still set it up. Upendra Muhammad out of India. Given the passing, the dribbling, he is definitely more of a cam or a winger. He doesn't have really elite pace, so honestly, a cam is perfect for him. I don't think he'll be signed. Fiete Klein is literally a pace merchant. That's it. That's all he can do is run. But because the work rate's pretty rough, we would probably put him at left wing. But yeah, he is abysmal. He is abysmal in terms of his stats. But let's see. Left wing, if that gets the overall up there. Patrick Heath, we already moved. Vino Hemalainen. Yeah, not a great shooter. Decent dribbler. I mean, he's the same way. He could be a striker. He could be a cam. He could be a winger. That shooting, though, is pretty bad. The pace isn't amazing, though. So, honestly, could probably just leave him at striker. And then Baker, we had already moved over. So, we'll see. Once we get to the end of the season, kind of who is actually sticking around with the team, because right now we don't have the answer. We'll see if we can send out those 2 projects. Training day. Again, I don't think we're going to have any of the drills to hit either. Yeah, it is sweet. Again, I'll be bandwagoning the Seattle Mariners quite heavily. Thinking the Mariners and the Mets, to be honest. I would love for the Mets to win a World Series before the Yankees do again. Just being honest. All right, Belgium was covered. So let's go to Denmark. There was nothing else in Spain, which I refuse to believe. But we'll check out Scotland. I refuse to believe we're not finding players who are better than this. Pretty sure most MLB fans will be rooting for Seattle. You'd be surprised at how many people get salty. Yeah, it's not like finding anybody for me right now with these parameters. I may just ignore it for the rest of the year. I did not want to go to the press conference. We've taken lessons from our first game against Leeds. I don't remember our first game against Leeds. Can keep this great run going? Yeah. Of course we can. Of course we can. How will you motivate your players today? I'm not worried about my team. They're professionals. They know what I expect. Can't wait to lose to Leeds because of this. Can we beat Leeds? Patrick Bamford as their striker. Luis Diaz. 2 goals on the day. A dominating performance over Leeds United. Why are you so pissy? 1 game left. We have scored so many goals that we have broken what the goals for counter looks like. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. It's a beautiful day. We are going up to League One, and we will not get stuck in League Two. Thank God. I was pretty worried. Davos, I know. It's a great time. It's a great day. Tis a great day. But yeah, God help me if we didn't get the promotion. I think... Ooh, Arsenal won the FA Cup. Okay. If we didn't get the promotion, I definitely would have gotten sacked. Like 100%. 100%. One more training day. Final game. As we do get a loan offer for Calvin Ramsey from Rangers. Got to be honest, with it being a loan offer with an option to buy, I'm not really interested in that. Propose a loan without the option to buy. And they are out. Okay, well, fuck you. Fuck you. Player chat. James Milner. It's James Milner's final game. It's not only his final game. It's Roberto Firmino's last game for Liverpool. As much as that sucks, it is his final game for the team. He will be playing today. Well, Frank, that's what I'm considering. I'm looking at certain players. I don't think I'll sell Henderson, but this might be the last game that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain plays for the club. Milner will be out. Joel Matip might be playing his final game for the team as well. Same for Phillips, really. We might be moving on from him. Adrian's moving on. We'll play him. We'll get some of our other options in it. Literally, for the most part, doesn't matter what happens here. Let's get Harvey Elliott. Fabio this game. Let's get Curtis Jones in here. We'll run with Samikas. And we'll give Trent a break and bring in the Gusto. So yeah, it's a bit of a jerry-rigged roster at this stage. We'll have Allison on the bench rather than Kelleher. We got to at least have Hendo on the bench. Honestly, yeah, maybe we'll have Jones on the bench. Let Hendo play with Ox and Milner. It's a pretty funky team. I'm going to get absolutely lit up in this game. But that's okay. That's okay. We can let that happen. We can let that happen. We'll be okay. Milner's the captain for his final game with the team. It's against Wigan at home. Let's play the highlights. It'll be the only matchup all season long that I have played the highlights for. But it's worth it. You know, an event of this magnitude. Caden, thank you for the 14 months, buddy. Appreciate you. And yeah, all's pretty well for the most part. How are you doing, man? We are going up. I'm hopefully not going to get fired after this game. But the final game at Liverpool for James Milner, Roberto Firmino, potentially Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. And it could be my final game, indeed. I doubt it, but it could be. Celebrating a championship won. Essentially won the Premier League, if you think about it. We basically won the Premier League. Yeah, Adrian's leaving, Milner's retiring, Firmino's leaving. Phillips, Matip, Oxlade-Chamberlain could all be leaving as well this offseason.
The lineup for Wigan Athletic.
Well, I think they have a nice balance to their team. A solid back four, 2 holding midfielders, 3 creative players in advance of them, and
obviously Wigan were one of the 4 teams that IRL are in the Championship Tier 2 that had to get dragged down with the Premier League clubs due to the amount of teams.
Thank you for attending Anfield. Enjoy the match.
Here we go, boys. Our final game in League 2. Let's see how the boys simulate here. We get an offensive chance early. Fabio Carvalho.
How do you think this one will go, Stuart?
Well, their victory was certainly deserved because they created...
Oh, Fabio! See, I can hit those power shots in career mode. Oh, man, they didn't even let me celebrate it for that long. I didn't even hit a button. How dare you not let me celebrate a fucking phenomenal goal from Fabio Carvalho. Oh, what a play. Fabio again. Fabio again. Ox. Henderson. Ah. I didn't want that to go to Henderson either. Oh, solo run here for Harvey Elliott. He's got Firmino. Pass it. Firmino to Fabio for a second of the match. Firmino, unselfish, as always, gets the assist. We get a free kick here. Ooh, this could be an interesting one, especially low straight. Milner. No, it wasn't Milner. It was Henderson. Milner would have been able to make that turn. Man, despite this being like a weird combination of my second team, it has yet to really give them any attacking opportunities. Oh, it was good by that guy to get in there. Another free kick. This one for... I believe for Firmino, even though it's saying he's on the other team. Side foot curled. See if we can get around the wall here. Ah, it didn't dip. Too much power. Too much power. Wigan finally getting a Counter-attacking opportunity, Krug. I am happy for you and all Mariners fans. I'm on the bandwagon.
Doing well to keep possession. Josh McGuinness. Skipping away.
Well done by Phillips. Another chance here for Wigan. I opened my mouth and now they're getting chances. Oh, Matip made a mistake. Yep. AI Matip thought I had the ball. I didn't, and he took off and left that entire lane wide open. Wow. But we do get a PK here. In the 88th minute, it's Firmino, but let's be honest. It can't be Roberto Firmino. It has to be the man who is retiring. Never mind, Milner's off the pitch. It'll be Firmino. In his final game for Liverpool, Firmino scores. One final moment for Roberto Firmino at Anfield. I shouldn't have sold him. I shouldn't have sold him. It's the right decision to make, but I shouldn't have done it. I could have kept him as my second team striker and loaned out Darwin. We do beat Wigan. 3-1, we're champions. It's bittersweet in a lot of ways, but here we are. Here we are. What do you think about Blake Griffin signing in Boston? It's fucking weird, and I'm not going to believe that he'll actually play because I feel like he's going to get hurt before he does. But, the man jumped over a car hood once, so I'm cool with it. League 2 champions, our inverted run. Henderson not going to be wearing the captain's band here. It's going to actually be Fabinho. Because, of course, he came on for Milner. We essentially won the Premier League in Season 1. Not really, though. It's the League 2 title.
That's fantastic stuff.
There's always the element of chance,
but a little bit more silverware for the trophy case as we look to build our way back up. That is the first of hopefully many, with me hopefully not getting fired here. That would be great.
And now they get the chance to exhale and enjoy.
Boy, this shaky cam though, Jesus Christ. Some people are gonna get fucking motion sickness from this.
They've played a big part in this win. Just look at those faces in the crowd. Great stuff.
But yeah, love to see it.
Made in heaven between players and fans. And these celebrations are going to continue for quite some time. And now the players get to relax a bit and enjoy having the pictures taken.
Milner, Adrian, Firmino, Oxlade-Chamberlain and company. With a little bit of extra silverware before hitting the road. I need to watch that first Fabio goal again because that was nuts. Oh, it's not even going to give me a replay for it. Wow. I score a great power shot. It doesn't even give me a replay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But here we go. The final goal of Roberto Firmino's Liverpool run. I mean, we had to say goodbye to Sadio Mane IRL for this season. So it was bound to happen. The backouts have hit Volta. Jesus. It's not surprising, though. So with that, our first season comes to a close. I can't imagine I would actually get sacked here. I didn't know you played FIFA. I play a shitload of FIFA. We've been playing career mode every night since this game came out. Career mode and pro clubs. So an absolutely dominant season. Like, again, Premier League teams plus 4 championship teams. We're going to sim a couple of days. as we have a couple of youth squad players who are unsettled. We got $1 million for winning the league. Let's make it official, I think, in terms of who we're bringing in. Although really quickly with Kuhn, he's a 52, still a 52. Klein, still a 51. We knew Patrick Heath would be signed. He was in our academy from the moment we joined the team. 6'5", this kid's going to be an unreal striker. We will be signing Patrick Heath, and that leaves us one other signing option. One other signing option. I mean, hey, it's fine. You can be a City supporter. It's cool. I like supporting teams that have won Champions League titles. Anyway, it comes down. Max also congrats. I love how the Seattle Mariners fans are just flooding in here, just being like, I can't fucking believe it. It's awesome. It's got to be Peter Baker. Like, Shabalala is a great goalkeeper, man, but 87 to 93 potential for Baker.
Oh,
62 overall at 16 years old. Shout out to OG Pro for the follow, by the way. It's got to be Baker. Like I said, we're only allowed to sign one dude. These were the guys that you scouted out this year. Katiza Shabalala is really solid, but I think we're bringing in Baker. You don't need strikers, though. I don't, but I can do the Chelsea thing of just loan this dude out for ages and then make a shitload of money off of him, you know? I don't even necessarily need a goalkeeper right now because Allison's as good as he is. And there's a chance with how consistently you find great goalkeepers that we could find someone even better than Shabalala. So I am going to sign Peter Baker. I don't remember who elected to scout the Netherlands, but congratulations. A winner is you. And you found our actual signing in the form of Peter Baker. And we will be clearing out the academy. All of these other dudes will be lost to time. And we will start fresh with a brand new academy in Season 2. Which I am pretty excited about. And honestly, with how little luck we were having in terms of like finding a project striker, I mean, yeah, literally potential to be special, exciting for Baker. I mean, yeah, it had to be done. Honestly, we could keep Baker around, we could keep Heath around, like both immediately get loan listed, and we'll see what's up. And we'll see what's up. Who stays and who goes? Have everyone played? Indeed. All right, everyone has played their 46 matches. So, League 2, the inverted league structure. So, essentially, the Premier League, we absolutely stormed it. 37 wins out of 46 games played, just 4 losses, 105 goals for with a plus 61 goal differential. Spurs and Manchester City have also secured their spot in League 1 next season. Villa, Chelsea, United, West Ham, one of those 4 teams will join us in League 1, but they'll be going through the playoffs to decide who it is. So look at that. Wolves, Arsenal, and everybody else lower will be staying in this bottom tier for at least one more season. Horrible, horrible result for Arsenal. In Wolves as well. The worst team, Birmingham City, a championship-level club that got dropped. Bournemouth down there in 22nd. Yeah, Forest did finish 12th. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. Of course, we'll look at everything else here really quickly. The FA Cup, we already saw, was won by Arsenal. They beat Spurs. A North London derby in the FA Cup final. Arsenal wins a 5-4 on pens. That would be a tough, tough pill for Spurs to swallow. That fan base, that would be a rough time. Especially, I mean, Arsenal beat Villa to get there. Carabao Cup, we already know who won that. The Merseyside derby final in that one as we beat Everton in that particular tournament. The Papa John's Trophy went to Man City. They beat Spurs to win that particular award. And in the League Two playoffs, it'll be West Ham and Villa, United and Chelsea. We don't quite know who's going to be there yet. The Europa Conference League, the final, being played between HNK, I guess it would be Hajduk, might be Hajduk, and Lech Poznan. You had Basel and Dynamo Kiev make it to the semifinals. The Europa League, Feyenoord and PSV, so an all-Dutch Europa League final, as Athens and Fenerbahce were both knocked out in the semis. The Champions League final, Benfica and Red Bull Salzburg. Oh, this inverted nonsense is hilarious. Benfica and Red Bull Salzburg, as Porto lost to Benfica and Ajax blew it against Salzburg. It could have been a return to glory for Ajax. Not so much now. So presumably Benfica, the favorites to win the Champions League this season. That's absolutely hilarious. Worth looking at as well, the other leagues. We'll at least be looking at the big leagues only. So in League One, Burnley and Preston on their way back to the championship. They'll be joined by either QPR, Watford, West Brom, or Sheffield United. Dropping down to League Two, one of the teams will be replacing Fleetwood, Blackpool, Rotherham, all down in MK Dons as well, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like there's no fight for survival there. Those are just the four that are getting dropped. Poor Blackpool, but fuck MK Dons, so it's fine. It's fine. The Championship, Ipswich and Cambridge on their way to the Premier League. Bolton, Oxford, Portsmouth, and Peterborough will all be fighting for a chance to join the top two in the Premier League. And going down a peg, Grimsby, Northampton, and Lincoln City. All going down to League One. Shout out to Forest Green Rovers, securing their spot. The winner of the Premier League in Season 1, Mansfield Town. They weren't in first like all season. It was always Stockport or Doncaster, but Mansfield Town have won the Premier League on 72 points. Mansfield Town, Richard Head, lifelong fan, exactly. Exactly. You have Doncaster, Rochdale, I believe, Rochdale, and Stockport going to the Champions League next season as well. On their way down, Sutton, Barrow, and Newport County, who lost out on goal differential to Colchester by 3. So Newport, Barrow, and Sutton United will not be sticking around in the Premier League. In League 2, PSG, Monaco, Lyon, and Marseille are on their way back up to the top flight. But the winner of League 1 this season, Saint-Etienne. You got Metz and Paris FC also on their way to the Champions League as well. On their way down, Pau Gasol FC, Grenoble, and Rouen on their way down. Let's see. Bundesliga 3 on their way up. Dortmund and Leipzig. Bayern Munich are going to have to play to make their way up to the second tier in Germany. Only Dortmund and Leipzig are guaranteed their spot. So numerous clubs, obviously all these clubs are Bundesliga level clubs IRL, with the exception of, well, the bottom 3 there. But yeah, they'll all be sticking around. I think Stuttgart as well. I don't remember if Stuttgart's in the actual Bundesliga this season. In Bundesliga 2, Hamburg and Bielefeld on their way to the top flight. Paderborn will have a chance to earn their way there in a relegation matchup. On their way down, Magdeburg and Regensburg. Sandhausen, Danhausen's brother Sandhausen, will be playing Bayern Munich to try and stay in Bundesliga 2. If Bayern Munich lose that, that's going to be hilarious. And in the Bundesliga, the winner, Ingolstadt, win the Bundesliga. Congratulations to Ingolstadt on 72 points. On their way down, SC Verl and Freiburg's second team, Elversberg, will be taking on Paderborn to try and stay in the Bundesliga. See, second-tier Italian league. Napoli won the league by 1 point. So Napoli and Inter are the two guaranteed Italian clubs to be moving back up. Roma, Lazio, I do believe that's the replacement for Lazio. Juventus, AC Milan, Fiorentina, and Bergamo Calcio will be fighting to still try to get their way up to the Serie A, which was won by Genoa on goal differential over Venezia. Wow. A goal differential title decider for Genoa. On the way down, Südtirol. Yeah, it'd be Südtirol, right? Senza and Cittadella on their way down. Oh, let's see. Who won the Eredivisie for the hell of it? Ajax. They really blew it in the Champions League. They really did. Last but not least, in Spain, second tier league won by Villarreal. What the hell? So Villarreal and Atletico Madrid guaranteed back in La Liga next season. Real Madrid, Sevilla, Real Sociedad, and Barcelona are going to have to play to earn their way into La Liga. There's a chance Barcelona will spend a second season in League 2, which is hilarious. Outright La Liga won by Granada on goal differential over Eibar. So on the way down, Mirandas, Villarreal's second team, and Andorra. Imagine Barcelona don't make it back. Of course, MLS is starting a new season. So that is the set of circumstances at the moment. Funny how that works. But we are on the way back up.